I want a dragon to breathe fire in my face. I want it to singe my eyebrows, all my facial hair. I want to be bald. I want it to burn. We just did a deep dive into everything Universal announced about How to Train Your Dragon, Isle of Berk.
Trust me, you're going to want to stay tuned until the very end, because we're saving our favorite details until the end of this video.
And as the video progresses, the details will get better and more epic.
Walking into this land, you are immediately immersed in this 360 view of Berk.
Yeah, when you look at the footage of this walkthrough, it immediately reminds me how big this park is actually going to be. The first thing I thought of when I saw it was it's like a miniature version of IOA. You know, when you go through port of entry and you're immediately presented with that big body of water and you see all the lands and you just know you're going to have an epic day. Yeah, this is that, but it's just one land.
That's crazy.
That's how big this park is going to be.
The land takes place between the second and the third movie, which makes sense because the Vikings are at peace with the dragons.
Walking around the land, Universal has said that you will see some of your favorite characters, some of your favorite dragons, including, but not limited to, Toothless.
Of course.
But just take a deep dive with us for a minute. Just think about this. You're in Islands of Adventure, and you've just experienced the Velociraptor encounter. Now, there's no way that if that is that epic, that this won't be at the same level, if not more amazing than meeting Velociraptor. I mean, it just has to be, right?
Yeah. There's going to be 30 animated and static dragons, 17 unique dragon species, and you know we're going to have to find them all.
Yeah. That's going to take multiple days. We've deep dived into the concept art, but one specific art stands above the rest as far as dragons go: the Snow Wraith.
What's the Snow Wraith?
Remember the huge giant dragon that...
I forgot about that!
Yeah, it blows snow at you.
Which is great in the Orlando weather.
And it looks like, if you look at this image, I don't know what they mean when they say static dragons. Does that mean like they're not moving at all? Because this, you can tell that it's not going to like walk around the land because it's so massive, but the head is definitely poking out and it's definitely blowing stuff at you. So it has to have some animated movement to it, right?
So we don't know much about the merch that's going to be in this land, but we have heard rumors that there are going to be miniature adoptable dragons that can interact with the dragons around the land.
I knew you'd appreciate that fact.
I want it to be real.
I'm sure it's going to be, but we can't say for a fact that it's going to until Universal says officially.
Yeah.
We don't want to say for sure. But
Universal, you should do it.
Just think about that for a second. The fact that your little miniature dragons are interacting with the big dragons, the possibilities are endless.
Yeah. The dragon interactions will continue onto the main dragon coaster.
Yeah, this isn't just a ride, it is a narration. And the story goes as follows. It's called Hiccup's Wing Gliders. Now, Hiccup, being the amazing inventor that he is, has just invented a glider.
But everything goes awry when Toothless launches the glider too early.
I'm sure building up to this, they're going to have a cool pre-show of some sort, if it's just screens or I don't know what it'll be, but I'm excited. They're going to build this narration up to us experiencing gliders, and all of a sudden Toothless almost ruins it all, to the point where we're now not flying above the clouds. We are gliding close to the ground, a little too close for comfort, I may say. So Universal has said with these rides that they're supposed to be for kids, but this seems intense and awesome and fun for the whole family. This coaster goes up to 45 miles an hour and is obviously a launch coaster. And not to mention that it's not going to be just a coaster. There's no way. From the concept art, you can see there's going to be interactive elements with all sorts of dragons. Okay, think about Hagrid's. How many interactive elements there are with Hagrid's. They're bound to bring over some of those elements. Because it's kind of a similar concept, right? You know, it's a story coaster. very different type of coaster. You know, Hagrid's goes faster and has more thrill elements, but there's no way this doesn't have story elements to it. It has to. Moving on to the second attraction,
Dragon Racers Rally.
it's a spinning attraction. You can control how intense this is. It's on a vertical arm, it's going around, you're going up and down, and you are simultaneously spinning at the same time.
Ooh, you're not gonna like that.
But you can control the spinning. You don't have to constantly spin. You can spin like crazy if you want to spin like crazy. But if you want to sit there and just enjoy the normal motion, you can do that too.
Yeah.
I gotta be honest and say that leading up to this, I kind of knew about this attraction, and I've seen footage of similar attractions like it. And out of all of the announcements, out of all the things we've learned so far, I was least excited about this. Now, after seeing the footage and the walkthroughs and everything, I'm very excited about this. Not to mention, again, that one of the people on the creative team in the video said he was most excited about this ride. And when they were testing, he rode it over 7 times. Think about that. What did I just say? They're already testing some of these rides.
Okay. I
mean, I know it's not a crazy complicated ride probably, because it's just a flat ride that kind of has a template.
No, but the fact that
they're already testing all these, the creative team has been on a lot of these things already. Man, it was just a small point. It was just something somebody said in the video. It was 2 seconds. When we were testing, I rode this 7 times, but that stood out in my mind. They're testing these things.
Huh.
Okay, but it's time to cool down.
Oh.
As excited as we are, but we can still have fun at the next attraction, which is called Fire Drill. It's kind of like when we were in Legoland, you know, that pirate attraction where you're squirting other people and they go back and forth, but it looks way more immersive. So the idea behind this is, in Berk, there's dragons that breathe fire. So you got to know how to put out that fire, right? It's a fire drill, and you're shooting all these targets, putting out the flames. The main thing here is that they said you will get soaked.
A big thing with Universal, you know, their water attractions, you get soaked.
If they're going to do water, they're going to make sure you are soaked from head to toe. There is
nothing will be dry.
Yeah. Amberlyn, leading up to this, and mind you, this is not even the most epic part of this announcement, the food, guys. And it's not just because I'm expecting amazing quality or anything. You know, the food could be subpar for all I care. The location is everything. The main dining hall is called Mead Hall. And just looking at the concept art, the only thing I can compare it to is how excited is the immenseness when you walk into Animal Kingdom Lodge for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
You just, these pillars, these huge pillars, and it's so vast, and you're immersed. You look at this concept art, it's just, it blows your mind how crazy this is going to be. It sends shivers up my spine just thinking about walking into this, the vastness, how huge it's going to be, this dining hall with the giant pit of fire in the middle. And oh man, I don't even care if the food is good.
You're not even touching on what it's going to smell like or what the music is going to sound like.
Right. I didn't even think about that. Nothing in Epic Universe, I'm calling this right now, nothing in Epic Universe as far as food goes will compare to this.
Now, the show that takes place in this land, the Untrainable Dragon Show, it tops off the land experience so nicely. Yeah,
and we already got a glimpse of this from watching the Beijing version. Now, we do know, though, that this one is going to be different. It's going to be set in a different time period, and it's going to have different characters. So, the Beijing version is going to be loosely based off this. What we do know is this Broadway level production, as they've called it, it will be nothing short of breathtaking. If it's anything like the Beijing version, just imagine Toothless flying above your head.
They can do that?
In a theater? Yeah, he's gonna fly all over the place. Again, if it's anything like the Beijing version, Toothless takes flight, along with Hiccup on top of him.
On top?
On top.
They can do that?
Yeah.
Why am I surprised?
Speaking of dragons flying, though, This is the part that you've been waiting for. This is what I am looking forward to out of all the things that have been announced today. This will put this land in the Book of World Records. No doubt. And Universal just briefly touched on it. Just briefly, it was words, if not seconds. What is it?
We're gonna have flying dragons, people.
Flying dragons in this land. That's all that Universal said. There will be flying dragons. But there are theories, and we've heard that Universal is developing dragon-shaped drones that will then fly in the back of this land. Dragon-shaped drones that will fly in the back of this land. We already know that amazing drone technology exists. It's all over the world. Disney's using it. Universal has used it. We know they're implementing it into nighttime spectaculars. There's no reason that they can't do this. And with them confirming that there will be, actual flying dragons, I don't see how else they would do it. Right?
Yeah,
Has to be dragon-shaped drones or some kind of drone that looks like a dragon. I don't know. That blows my mind. I can't even tell you how unfathomable that is, but the fact that we know it's confirmed makes it that much more exciting.
Yeah, because it's happening. We know it's happening. It's been confirmed.
Yeah, we don't know how it'll happen.
We don't care. It's gonna happen. It's magic. Shush.
Imagine sitting at night in the Grand Helios Hotel, and you see off in the distance, you're looking at Epic Universe, and you see dragons just flying all over the place. Not to mention, Amberlynn, the up-close and personal fire-breathing dragons. They specifically said fire-breathing dragons, and not just from a distance, up close and personal. What that means, I don't know, but I want a dragon to breathe fire in my face. I want it to singe my eyebrows, all my facial hair. I want to be bald. I want it to. That's a little over the top. Honestly, do I have to say it?
We're so excited for this land.
Yeah. And you best believe we'll be there opening day, no matter what. No matter what it takes, we will be there. So if you want to see the land in real life, not just rumors, speculations, announcements, and concept art, if you want to see those videos from us, make sure to subscribe right now so you don't miss a single video.
And if you want to learn even more about Epic Universe, including a crazy secret that we heard
that could literally change how you ride attractions in this new park, make sure to click right here. Bye.
Bye.